Hey guys, Tyrup here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We're on the new map, Butcher and Bolt. Playing today spawning on the left, we've got Lens, with US forces locked into heavy weapons. On the right is Toiletguy with Dak, gone for Kriegsmarine. In terms of rankings, I think Lens around rank 70, Toiletguy around rank 40, but in terms of elo, I think Toiletguy only had like a maybe 30 elo lead. It's just USF elo's a bit inflated still from the previous patch compared to Dax. Maybe still might still be the best this patch. We'll have to wait and see.
Kriegsmarine ground forces are ready to deploy at once.
But yeah, I chose this game because you know, these guys playing some battle groups you don't see too often and playing on the new map, so curious to see what they get up to. So double scout start into rifle into 4x4. A little bit surprised we didn't see a Kriegsmarine from Toiletguy. I feel like this is definitely a Kriegsmarine map. Like, these sectors are so far apart. It's pretty hard to cap on this map without a rapid capture tool like scouts or like the Kriegsmarine. Rifleman closing in, winning the fight handily. Don't know if the Panzerpros saw that. Using these guys combined up early on.
Additional Kriegsmariners await deployment to battle.
Oh my goodness, he's gone for a third Kriegs. Okay, well that's usually pretty hard to pull off because the lack of snares can be really punishing, and I think on a map like this where you don't have like much of a safety zone by putting your flak terms up, I feel like he's going to struggle. But maybe the sectors are in relevant spots. Oh boy, 250 in trouble, 404 chasing it. Okay, some nice driving from Toiletguy. If he had like a squad coming up, maybe he could have saved that. A little bit clumsy losing his 250 like that. There's no reason for it to linger in the fight. He pays the ultimate price for it there. Bad start for Toiletguy.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
Looks like he's gone for
Ground forces are ready to deploy at once.
capturing on the 4x4. Thought maybe he would like capture while repairing here, leave the scout on the further forwards point. Looks like he really wants that auto repair to give him maximum health because he doesn't have an engineer yet. He's going for the mechanized support center on Lens. He's got the assault carrier unlock. Oh, he's got the support center up as well. So it looks like he's going to build an assault carrier. Just needs the resources for it. Meanwhile, the Krieg's doing respectably. So he's going to drive this down onto the cutoff. Not cutting off the fuel. Oh, yeah, it's going to, yeah. Yeah, it is going to, okay.
We've lost the territory sector.
But yeah, that seems to be the pattern on this game. Like, this cutoff here is so brutal.
Where to, sir? You men, get ready.
If you've got a tool to easily harass it, it's going to be good. And maybe that's where Kriegs can be good. Put a flak term up on this, can't be harassed very easily. Might help things out a lot. Krieg putting down a mine over here. Maybe hoping to catch the 4x4. Don't think he got spotted planting that mine. I think he's behind the sight blocker there. So could catch the 4x4. Potentially. Looks like the scout's going to head out there though. Maybe not then.
We've lost control of the sector. Bust out the metal, boys. Promotion just came through.
So we're in for improved base logistics.
Assault half track hitting the field.
Going to have healing based off this structure. Which doesn't quite reach his retreat point. So it's a slight mistake there. Doesn't fully reach his whole squad, right?
The Kriegsmarine sent its finest.
Oops.
No doubt.
So if you're planning to go for that
Being neutralized by the enemy.
that armory upgrade, you better make sure you put your base not too far on the edge. But I feel like it does make quite a lot of sense with Kriegsmarine specifically, because obviously they can't repair vehicles. So often with these kind of builds, you're in some trouble in terms of vehicle repair. But then... Ooh. Okay, upgraded that to a quad. Straight away gets in trouble from the Panzerjägers, and the 4x4
Territory is in enemy hands.
lingering a little bit too long as well. But yeah, now maybe part of that's been alleviated by your final stage of tech having repairs built into it. Might free up some new build opportunities.
We need Panzergrenadier support.
But yeah, really good start for the Panzerjägers. Just getting free damage on a whole bunch of stuff.
Grasp of a fuel point.
But Len's got some very fast repairs here. The repair station and engineers waiting. Looks like the first hard point's about to come up here. Get some sandbags up on the mid VP. Fair enough. Scouts just running over and straight up harassing the fuel.
Defensive position completed. Territory sector lost.
Too close.
Marine is under fire here.
Okay, Panzerjägers don't quite get a chance to shoot there.
Take cover.
Got the radar upgrade on the 4x4. I think we just saw that.
Hardpoint shall be reinforced.
Interesting. Quad not willing to chase around the corner. Might be worried about an 8-rad.
Being taken from
There's
us.
one in the build for Toiletguy. I do think this is like a really good map for the 8-rad.
8-rad armored car has
Feels like you've got some pretty long retreat paths on this map, and you kind of need one of those souped up light vehicles to contest.
Point is being neutralized by
And
the
in this
enemy.
specific situation, you've seen Lens go for
Survival
the
improvement.
quad,
We have lost control
so it
of a
means
victory point.
probably less likely to be going for motor pool as well. So the 8-rad should have a couple minutes here to do damage without having to worry about getting run down by a Greyhound or a Chaffee. So it seems like pretty much perfect situation for Toiletguy and the 8-rad. Do have the 50 cal though. That's got some powerful penetration. Its damage improved against vehicles, right, in this patch.
Upgrading.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector.
We've done what we can.
Our munitions point is
There we go, flak term is online, so Toiletguy got a really strong hold on this cutoff. Should make it easier for him to control this side of the map. And it looks like he's got a hard point up. One's out the back, just regular hard points. Maybe the one's close to the front. He's going to spend resources on flak term. Doesn't mean that he doesn't have any weapon upgrades. But at this stage, Lens also doesn't have any bars, so it's not actually too big of a problem. And there is, he swapped the flak, the quad, to 75mm, but a little bit slow chasing forwards. Toiletguy, wow, he went for smoke on the 8-rad. He scoots away. So yeah, I don't think the 75mm, even if he started chasing earlier, probably would not have got the kill, but still should have been chasing in between shots. Because otherwise there's no way he's going to get the kill on the 8-rad.
Sector alert. Supply
Yeah, that's
crates are
nice.
here.
Knocked out the 4x4 recon.
Order. We'll get it done.
Looks like he picked up a med crate maybe back here as well to speed up repairs a bit.
I've secured it.
Repairs completed. All hands outside.
Looks like he's maybe going to build another 75mm M3.
The territory sector has been claimed by the enemy.
I don't know what the 8-rad's doing here. Should have kept driving and to get away. Luckily again, Lens for some reason did not chase with the 75mm M3. I think there are some like elevation issues around this area of the map. I think the 70 maybe he thought the 75 mil could shoot again, but definitely could not. It's right in that gully riverbed, maybe in the middle, very low.
He needs attention more than I do.
Swap back over to Lens.
Krauts have taken the lead.
Yeah, I do think that's smart from him, swapping it over the 75 mil. Quad gonna be limited in what it can do up against an 8-rad and the Panzerjägers. Nice to see Lens though getting some value out of this as a troop transport, forces a retreat, brings the scouts over here to get the capping going earlier, but this is not looking good for Lens at this stage. He's really struggling on map control. It does feel like a tough map to use team weapons on just because it's so big. Feels like your machine guns and your AT guns have trouble being in the right place at the right time. That's this large. At the moment, Len's the one struggling to do the capping. Losing control of his fuel for an extended period.
Son of a bitch!
There we go, forcing the retreat.
Point cover!
Okay, gets his first strike bonus, and this time he's chasing early. Gonna chase through the smoke, because it's a bit risky. Gets another shot off. Luckily for him, this one hadn't been upgraded to the flak term yet. Could have been a problem. So the rifleman, yeah, they do have grenades. No bars, though. And wow, he's going for the LMGs. Interesting. Looks like all of these are muni crates back here at the moment. No med crates to repair that 8-rad.
Sector gone. We must take it back.
Okay, he does about have his Panzer company up though, so we'll be able to back up there once that's completed for repairs. At least you can repair off it when it's in construction. I imagine not, but
We do not hold any victory.
you never know.
How could this happen?
Lanza wants a piece
Okay, he's
of us!
going to want
Enemy
a
forces
grenade
have
in there,
taken our
phosphorus.
territory.
But got pinned in the blink of an eye by that 50 cal.
Construction work. Let's get started.
Resource crates have arrived.
Enemy MC has our raid. Get down!
Okay, really early retreat there. Worried about the incoming grenade. Toiletguy doing a pretty good job of
Has to offer.
making sure his guys are coming out with grenades loaded in. Quite often I forget.
Forward element! We're engaged!
Jake's pushing in, you can see the damage getting reduced. He's a high health total. But yeah, I think Len's kind of falling into a trap where he wants to do like a fast tank depot tech. But then by not upgrading bars on his riflemen, they're just not powerful enough to result in enough map control, and then... Ooh, got a good grenade in there.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Gets the wipe. And then you just like lose the amount of fuel that you would have gained
From us.
by having bars and then having better map control off the back of that extra army strength.
Resource crate.
It's a tough call to make,
Territory sectors are isolated.
especially
We
on the
must
new map, I
reconnect with
suppose, but I just kind of feel like it's gone that way. But it's a big wipe. Big grenade. Toiletguy wasn't watching. Toiletguy, look how much manpower he's got right now.
Gather the men, Henry!
It's just an insane amount. He hasn't been bleeding at all.
Territory lost.
Sets up a nice wipe on retreat. So I talked about getting his couple squads into the retreat path, then pushing onto the point with the unit that forces the retreat. Easy wipe there for Toiletguy.
He has seen us.
Classic tactic. Okay. Sets up a bit of a bait. If the other 75mm was here, or if Len's chased around the corner, he probably could have killed the 8-rad there. I think he's missing some opportunities. Maybe getting a bit overwhelmed. Okay, bars are online now. He's already pretty much there for tank depot. Oh my god, he went for motor pool as well? Maybe he plans to build some AT guns? I thought that was the point of going for double 75mm M3s though, not needing an AT gun. I don't know, Lens's tech, I think, it feels like a bit of a dog's breakfast. I don't think he's got a clear plan on what he's doing. A clear enough plan. Here we go, Panzer 3 out for Toiletguy. He's still just flooding so much manpower. Nice idea, throwing a grenade into the retreat path, hoping that Toiletguy's not watching. Toiletguy getting the better of the grenade exchanges. 75mm M3s coming across. Maybe they're not. 250 dying back here to one of them. We'll say this patch with some light vehicles, it feels like they're more likely to do bad turns, right? Okay, snare out. Only for crew shock, but that does cause some trouble for the 8-rad. Panzer 3's coming in from the other side, though. Gives them a lot to think about. The 8-rad scooting behind the buildings, making it difficult for a chase. Yeah, he's going to go for some AT guns.
Notify squad leaders. Supply crates are available.
Oh yeah, you can see Toiletguy's just been dominating the map. Look how many crates he's got back here. Don't often see this many hardpoints this early on for a 1v1. It's pretty uncommon. He's getting a lot of value out of them. It's out of there in time. Okay, so Len's got the extra men on his weapon crews now. Looks like he's about to lose his point, but he must have aura repairs on that now, right? Because I think it was on this point before and he's moved it. Going for a bit of a chase down on the edge there, Toiletguy. Slow to jump into cover. I think we've like barely seen the 75mm M3s use their barrage at all. Like he's definitely missing some opportunities. Should be barraging this guy out of cover. See if throwing a grenade here. Here it goes. It's going to go for the machine gun. It's also a good target. Okay, there we go. Finally getting on board with the barrages. But I feel like these are the first 75mm M3 barrages we've seen the whole game. Look how fast they suppress. 50 cal is so strong. Toiletguy going for armored reserves now. I don't know, man. I feel like if he picked up another Panzer 3, he could just win the game right now. Let's see what he's got. Doesn't have his final armory upgrade yet. Just wondering if he had vehicle capture yet or not. Okay, the 75mm was kind of spreading their damage. Oh, but the AT gun connects. There goes the Panzer 3. 8-rad circling. Oh, doesn't quite kill it on that occasion. Allows one more shot to come through. But 75mm, a bit slow on the chase. The smoke might allow the escape.
Attention, we have Tiger heavy tanks available to us.
So a guy, I think, taking a pretty good path out of here, but remember, terrain, you can't crush it anymore with these, so it does make it a bit hard to escape with the 8-round. 75mm3 chasing, maybe could have seen the barrels in the fog. It exploded, but largely thanks to the smoke. Toiletguy getting away there. Either way, there was nice positioning on the AT gun for Lens. That was clutch. That made a big difference. Toiletguy, look how small his army is now. Yeah, he's decided to finally spend some of his manpower on some machine guns. Maybe he's a bit unfamiliar with this build, or sometimes when these games go so well for you, when you're under much less pressure than you expect to be, you can end up floating resources like that. I feel like that's kind of what Toiletguy's experiencing here. He's just like, this is the usual kind of army that he has at this phase of the game. He's not used to having 1,000 extra manpower now. Used to maybe a Greyhound having blasted most of that away.
Enemy forces have captured a
He doesn't know what to do with himself. Okay, get some decent AoE suppression in there. Barrage has already been used on this, and it's a reasonably long cooldown. Imagine this team weapon bolsters a lot better now that, you know, the weapon's not absorbing a portion of damage. Having the extra man on the crew is probably really, really good for survivability in this patch. Might be like a bit of a sleeper OP option. He's picked up a second AT gun now as well.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Is he trying to go straight for the Pershing? I think that's what he's doing. Flares up for Toiletguy. And by Toiletguy not keeping the pressure on here, not going for more Panther 3s, he does allow Pershing Gorlin maybe from Lens. I think that's what he's doing.
They have taken our victory point.
Still a way off in terms of command points though, because he went for all the bolster and stuff.
We've secured the point.
Toiletguy just going for another Kriegs.
A repair station may be deployed at the front line.
Suppression does kick in, but he has to get out of there. Look how many crates he's got back here.
Enemy forces are converging on a... Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Just got to remember to come out and pick them up every time.
The victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Where the hell did they come
So
from?
Toiletguy on the Tiger stall now.
Far on the way.
Doesn't quite get the decap there and could even go down to these riflemen. Maybe not. The guy that's further into the retreat path doesn't have the second bar. Too low munitions for a retreat grenade. So it's fine in the end. But overall, I think Len's maybe missing opportunities. Like, clearly this is a build he wanted to do, but didn't fully exploit the lack of snares that Kriegsmarine have. I think that's a large part of the reason why he's struggling.
Guard that line and spray what
Not exploiting their main weakness.
me and him need to focus on the jam, got it?
Okay, getting some mines up.
There, and there.
Machine gun in the garrison. One of the few garrisons on this map. And it's just a moment of quiet. Just camped in the middle. Of course, Len's playing around the team weapons. It's hard for him to play expansively, especially without a mobile tank to do stuff with. So he's just kind of getting cornered. He's going to go for tank depot. Okay. I thought it was going to be a Pershing call-in, but as I said, the command point's coming in quite slowly. Maybe he thinks that it's not going to happen in a relevant time period, so
the
I'll
front
switch over
line.
to tanks now.
We need to use our command points.
Toilet guy gonna build an AT gun. Fair enough. Probably should have had one already. Just stalling up for the Tiger anyway.
We have taken the advantage.
That'll mean he's pretty much got enough population for his Tiger, and that's it from here. So he's maxed for now.
Engage those troopers. Keep it together.
It's going to be a bulldozer for Lens. Understandable. I think that's the right choice. Let's come in and try and do some massive anti-infantry damage.
Securing great.
I'm wondering if he wants to swap this half-track back to an assault carrier, so maybe he can use it for reinforcements. Keep his team weapons healthy and alive on the battlefield.
Enemy MC has our
Would mean less support for the bulldozer, but maybe you could do that after he gets like his first Hellcat. He's already got fuel for it.
Ordering flare launch immediately.
Okay, hits a mine with the 8-rod. There's nothing to really go chasing for it though, that's the problem.
Shift fire on enemy troopers.
Confirmed. Naval 150 batteries
Okay,
firing.
naval
Stand by.
bombardment out the back, quite deep as well. You got the flares up to put it quite far back. Doing a decent job of dodging though, Lens. Didn't take too many casualties from that.
We can't take losses like this.
Here goes the bulldozer on a bit of a rampage now.
Commandant, supplies have arrived.
Yeah, this would definitely be an extremely good map for the Pershing with its mobility. But too far away, I think.
Hardpoint under enemy fire. We must protect it.
The rifle grenade looking kind of weak, honestly, after their AoE changes. Those are determined to knock out the flak term. Oh, that's a big grenade. I feel like that grenade wouldn't have got a decoy in the previous patch.
Tiger 1 ready to turn the tide.
And here comes the Tiger. It's going to come back in for the flak term kill.
Hardpoint receiving enemy fire.
Tiger's rolling out. Jumps back on the AT gun, but
Proximity alarm near
from around the corner with the barred up rifles.
Hardpoint
There you go, flak term dead, but he's got crates up the wazoo. It doesn't really matter too much.
The
Yeah,
enemy has
hardpoint
taken
went
a
down.
victory point.
We can't move. Enemy fire's going.
It's a situation where you probably pick up a crate off the Tiger. Okay, he's trying to kill the AT gun. That's a smart play from Lens. And you would probably expect, having not seen any other tanks, that Toiletguy was stalling up for the Tiger. And here it is. And the Tiger's just shrugging off every hit at the moment.
SLD flares have been resupplied.
This is a problem when you don't go for target weak point. Was it blinding shot now? 175 M3 went for first strike instead. It's not serving him well against the Tiger. AT gun decrewed. Tiger's barely taken any damage, man. Bounced like just about every hit. Definitely Ben's getting a bit unlucky, I think. Tear gas round out on the 75mm. Just about dead. Oh, it's going to survive though. And at the moment, he hasn't killed this. Bulldozer in a good position. Going to be able to recrew the AT gun. And the 75mm repairing up at the support center repair station. Okay, picking up some med crates back here. That's going to be enough repairs for the Tiger to return to action. I don't think he's used this repair Panzer Company yet. No, that's that's Panzer Army Command, isn't it? Yeah. Not Panzer Company, that's the Wehrmacht one. Headrad's zipping over here with the Tiger. 75mm lining up. Oh, Tiger missed. 8 rad on his Vet 1 mode. The T-gun coming in here, it's fully manned. He's popping the AP rounds with the rate of fire boost from bolster, but the Tiger don't care.
Ammunition point is being taken from us.
Some elevation issues though, causing problems for the Tiger. Still, it's a nice pickup. 75mm 3 dead.
Improved tungsten core munitions shall lay waste to enemy armor.
Gotta be happy with that result.
Weapon team have finished.
Enemy forces have cleared
And
out sector.
struggling for manpower now. KD not looking so good for him anymore.
Enemy MC has our end. Get down.
Designated supply
That is one
crates are
thing
here.
about playing machine gun heavy style. It might lead to a lot of map control. As you suppress units, force them to retreat, but often doesn't result in a lot of model drops because the enemies just get suppressed and then retreat.
Enemy fire. Seek cover.
So yeah, you can fail to bleed the enemy effectively with these kind of builds. Nice use of incendiary barrage.
Enemy forces are shaken. 100 points remain.
Double AT guns getting to work here on the Tiger. Ooh, fade away. Decrew. But definitely the bolstered AT guns
Suppressing fire.
showing their strength against the Tiger.
Engage those.
Commandant, supplies have arrived.
Exit anywhere complete.
Makes a good choice to try retreat there. And gets away with it. Bulldozer never got the machine gun upgrades.
Airborne.
Oh, but the 50 cal just rips right through him. Gets the kill anyway.
Flying crumbles
Huge
before
damage from the
us.
50.
75 points remain.
Lenz has got to get going here. He's low on VPs. I think he's trying to stall for the Tiger. I mean, the Pershing still. He hasn't built a Hellcat here.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
But he's just draining out so fast. Rear arm hit from the Tiger. That's devastating. Has Toiletguy got
Victory point lost.
tungsten? Yeah, he does. I was thinking that did even huge damage for the Tiger, and that's why he's got the tungsten rounds too.
Proximity alarm near our munitions point.
He's not popping AP on either of these AT guns. Can maybe expect him to like let this one die, but
50 points.
maybe the one out the back he would activate. Don't know where this bulldozer's going. It looks like he's maybe trying to come out to the VP, but Tiger didn't back that far away. Ooh, scattered slightly short. Didn't get a clean hit.
Stand by for
Here comes a naval bombardment again. The double AT gun's going to have to get out of there. But Lenz, he's got to get on these VPs, man. 45 points. One AT gun down to the naval bombardment. Oh, he's in the building over here. That's a big problem for Lenz.
Panzer 4 standing by.
Bulldozer on the repair station. He's got to make it happen over here. The riflemen are crawling out. Needs to like cancel auto reinforce so he gets the manpower together a bit faster here for the Pershing.
Can't move. Enemy fire to attack. Taking panzer fire.
Okay, he does. He gets around the corner, gets a breach off. Nicely done by Lenz. Should open up the capture. Oh, and he decreased the machine gun as well. Nicely done. But here comes a Panzer IV. That zips in, knocks out the bulldozer, combining up with the Tiger. The Pershing's coming, but it's getting here maybe about 30 seconds too late.
Lost control of a victory point.
Could have completely halted this push, because the Tiger's low after this. Instead, it's going to come in here once the damage has already been done. He's lost all his AT guns and his bulldozer. Panzer IV, I think, is biting off more than it can chew here. He pops his Vet 1 rate of fire booster.
Points remaining.
Here goes the Panzer IV. He doesn't have any of the health bonuses on it, but Tiger reliably penetrating thanks to the tungsten, doing huge damage. He's got to commit maybe one of the vet one shots from the Pershing. Okay, they trade. And the 8-rad died over here.
One of our units has
But
been
his own one
slain.
VP is going to lose the game anyway. Alright, pause here before we get booted out of the match. Alright, well, it was a good, you know, I wanted to see a bit of an off-meta game. And both these guys doing some unusual things. I think Toiletguy's build, I don't know if the... Yeah, I think I'd still be going for a Kriegsmarine on this map before, instead of that early 250. Like, usually you do need 250s to make the Kriegs effective in the early game, so you probably still would get one after this, maybe the second Krieg. Maybe after the first Krieg, I don't know. But yeah, it worked out pretty well because Lens, as I said, didn't go for a Greyhound. Didn't punish the lack of snares on this build that way. Did go for a quad, but, you know, the quad, sure, can do well against the Kriegs initially, but as soon as the 8-rad showed up, not so good. And then, as I said, I think on this map specifically, Butcher and Bolt just feels too big to play effectively with team weapons on. You can see he's kind of like clustered in the middle, but there's just not that many resources to play for when you're clustered near the middle with all your team weapons. And he got punished hard for it. I think Lens as well should have ticked bars earlier. But yeah, I think both these guys have some learning to do from their builds, some refining to do after this. Maybe not the best map for it. But yeah, Toiletguy, I think, you know, the 8-rad was the right call. And it definitely helped him out a huge amount on map control in this game. Like, he's constantly doing deep, harassing caps on the side, in spite of not having like a fast capturing unit like a Scout or a Kriegsmarine, converting it to some massive map control just off the back of the 8-rad, and Lens not being able to effectively play for the edges. Definitely feels like a Greyhound map, this one. But yeah, a little bit unfortunate. I think Lens as well, making a couple of little mistakes in the late game, not cancelling auto reinforce, delaying the Pershing's arrival by what ended up being like a crucial timing. As I said, I think if that arrived 30 seconds earlier, which it would have if he just cancelled auto reinforce, he could have completely shut down this push and maybe even like not lost on the spot here. Probably would have lost eventually on the VPs because Toiletguy has such a big lead. He would just have to, you know, drain away an extra like 20 or so, and that probably would have happened at some stage, but you never know. The Pershing is a magical unit, especially on a map like this. Having a heavy tank that's that mobile would have been tough for Toiletguy to overcome, especially because he's quite low on fuel after calling in that Panzer IV. But yeah, Toiletguy, I think, as I said, having unexpected success in this game. Like, he's just had so much manpower floating because he didn't bleed that much. He didn't know what to do with himself. I've definitely been in that situation before myself with off-meta builds. When they go unexpectedly well, you're like, what am I even building now? It's not like meta builds where everybody knows the well-trodden path. You got to make some more uncomfortable decisions. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like a game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.